Alright, surprise, another Paladin. Let's do it. Oh, show the deck. My bad, my bad, my bad. After this one, I promise this time for real. Alright, True Silver's not so great with these cards, because we're going to have the Muster for Battle Weapon, and you can actually get a lot of value off of it in this matchup, so... we got him. Alright. Oh man, turn 1, Noble Sack into Juggler. You get that Noble Sack out there to protect the Juggler. That's going to be sweet. As long as he doesn't have like double 1-drop or something crazy. Oh man. He's got Argent Squire too in his deck. Okay, got this guy. A lot of people are starting to play the Argent Squires. It was like pretty uncommon like a month ago, but now it's starting to come around. Now it's like 50-50 torn between the Argent Squires and the Secret Keepers. As I see on ladder anyway. It's really just a matter of preference between which one people like more. Not too many differences between the two of them. Alright, missed the juggle. Never lucky. Alright, we're gonna gain some juggles here though. We're gonna pop the spider first so we get optimal chances here of getting minions. And just destroy this board. Got them all. Caught them all like Pokemon. Alright, if he coin consecrates, we got reload with Haunted Creeper. Freeze beats Patron? Freeze doesn't beat Patron all the time. Freeze beats Patron if you tech in like Duplicate. Then I'd agree with you. Esports juggles? I guess juggles are crazy. Alright, I guess we do this. Fuck those juggles, man. Let's get him off the board. Try and maintain here. Hopefully he doesn't have Shredder. If he's got Shredder, then he's coming back this game. Oh, he's got it all. Alright, where's our Shredder? Oh, yeah. Let's do the trade and then redemption. Sweet. And we hold the weapon. The weapon's actually good in this match if we're grinding things down. But he gets an egg, which is pretty useless unless he gets the King's connection. We don't have an owl or anything, so the King's connection on that's actually kind of brutal. Doesn't look like he's got it. He does play around Conk too. Makes it kind of awkward for us. Oh, it's upticked! Now we're going face. Take care of this guy. We could have poked off the bubble to try and play around Kings, but I don't care if this guy dies. And Kings only hits for 5, so we can't make this trade. And if this guy dies, he's coming back to life anyway, so it's all good. Mine was first. When you get the first one, you gotta race him usually. We don't have a conk or anything though to clean up. But we should be ahead in the race. Because, you know, we're awesome. And we got Tyrion on 8. Feeling good about this. So we're just going face. Right? So that goes here first, just to see what's happening. And then this happens. Oh, he hits the egg. Perfect RNG. Always lucky. Alright, double Haunted Creeper. I can hold back on the dude so that the redemption still gets value. No, redemption doesn't get value. We got Noble Sack up. What am I talking about? We could try and clear things here if I wanted to reduce his value, but like I can go here, here. But no. Let's win this race. We have Tyrion on the backswing, man. We got our Dr. 6 out first, so usually you just race and then this happens, and usually you win the race. I don't know, though. It might be hard to close it out, because the egg. But the secrets! Can't forget about the secrets. But this does, like, give him better trades. But then, like, if we don't Smork there and then he has Consecrate and we miss all that damage, then we lose the game. So it's like, You kind of have to, because you just lose way more often if you don't do it, because like Consecrate really blows you out then. Can't miss the damage. The victory is mine, thank you. Oh, we played well. Alright, we caught back up to stars. Let's get that rank 3. Let's close them out. Halfway there. Easy stride in rank 3. Oh, deck. Oh. I almost missed it, Alright. This is the deck I like. So let me talk about some things and break some stuff down here. So we got the standard secret package, right? And normally it's like this. Only one redemption, and then there's 2 1-drops. And the 1-drops of choice that people like. I'm going to try and go through ups and downs here. We got Argent Squire, which is sort of like the newer one that people have started doing. It's been around for a while, but like more people are using it now. It's becoming more common than the Secret Keeper. And the reason being is because like having secrets in your opening hand, people used to think like Noble Sacrifice and Avenge aren't that bad to have, but the problem is if you play these things early or if you keep them off the mulligan, it's going to lower the power and effectiveness of your Mysterious Challenger later in the game, so it's like really bad to keep them at like ever in the mulligan. Even though they're not bad early, it's just they're better later. So that's why like I don't like Secret Keeper as much, because then it's like only if you top deck the secrets, which I guess you have like 8% or whatever to top deck a secret per draw in the early game, so it's like, okay, you get 8% to get the +1/+1 on it. And then, no more than 8%, I mean like 20%. Sorry, I don't know where 8 came from, because you run like 8 secrets. So you got a solid % chance of just top decking a secret to do work there. Then Argent Squire is pretty good because the buffs can work with it, so like if you do get the Avenge, it still works with it pretty good, it just sticks around. So I kind of like that, and it works really good with Kings. Kings is the big thing. You run 2 Kings, so the Kings landing on the Argent Squire can be crazy. And it's pretty good early against Hunter and things like that. And Hunter can be a problem. So you get it early against Hunter, you can trade off with the 2-1s. Preferably this guy. He throws up on the field against Face Hunter, and it just helps you keep up with that guy. Because if this guy hits you in the face a bunch against Face Hunter, they're going to be crushing you, man. Because their damage accumulates too quickly, and they're going to be able to burst you out before you can get to the spot where you can drop Tyrion and be safe, or before you can set up lethal with like a Dr. Boom or whatever. So it's pretty key that you can just lock down the board early with something like that. Whether it's like a Noble Sacrifice against Hunter or an Argent Squire to help just stop their first minion from getting chip damage. Because you don't have as good of an early game curve as they do. Especially if you're off coin. And then the other tech card slot is Divine Favor, which before there's been things like Blood Knight thrown in there to help the Paladin mirrors. There's been like Argent Horse Rider thrown in there to help with curve consistently. There's been Second Coghammer thrown in there. A lot of people play a lot of different things in that slot. Personally, I think the one of Divine Favor is insane because you're going to be able to get those things as you saw against my Dragon Priest, where like I was just fully stabilized on the board, and he needed to have either a Divine Favor, Mysterious Challenger, Dr. Boom or something to have a chance, and then he just gets the Divine Favor off the top and just blows me out. So it's a finisher card. It's just like another Dr. 6 after you dump your entire hand and you're doing your early game things against any mid-range or control deck. It's insane. Just absolutely nuts for reloading your hand, and it helps target some matchups that you can actually kind of struggle with a little bit, like Handlock, Priest, Druid, some things, those matchups, like, it really helps those matchups a lot. You don't really struggle against Druid, but Handlock and Priest, which you normally struggle against, can really help in those matchups a lot. And it's, like, not bad in any matchup. Like, worst case is, like, 3 mana cycle for 2 usually. So it's, like, really good. So that's my favorite slot in the tech card there currently. It depends on what you're facing, obviously. It's a tech card slot. But it's definitely something to consider. It's got merits in, like, so many different matchups. And then the standard True Silver Double Kings Consecrate setup here. This is like really standard in Secret Paladin, and the reason being is because True Silver is really good, right? And that's been standard as a 2 of all the time, but Kings is even better because you have so many cards with bubbles, you have so many things that you can just Kings and trade up with, and then they're forced to have to kill with it, and if they can't really deal with the bubbles and stuff like that, you can just outvalue them with the Kings value right there on turn 4 and win the game. So since you have early game initiative against almost every deck, Kings just becomes like a True Silver but a little bit better. So that's why you don't run the 2 True Silvers, so you can fit in the 2 Kings. Other than that, pretty standard deck list, and that's just standard Secret Pally. And then I run the second Redemption over the second 1-drop, because they do very similar things early, like the amount of pressure they put on, except in the Face Hunter matchup. And then late game, if you saw, we've had like Paladin Shredder Redemption setups and Tyrion Redemption setups. So like late game, you can play it from hand and be a little bit better than the one drop. Whereas early game, like Haunted Creeper Redemption, things like that are just as powerful as like having Argent Squire out. So it's like not that bad of a power difference on curve, and then like off curve, it's just a lot better. So yeah. Anyway, that's like the reason behind the cards. Anyway, oh, no Iron Beak Owl. Yeah, no Iron Beak Owl just because why do I need to silence things when I kill them? So, if I was gonna add Iron Beak Owl, it'd be in like this Divine Favor slot or something, and I'm like, well, I dump my entire hand on the table, you play a taunt. Taunts are normally big. Big cards cost a lot of mana. So if the card costs a lot of mana, that means you're only playing one card that turn. That means you have a lot of cards in your hand, and that means when I play Divine Favor, I draw a lot of cards, and then my cards deal damage and they kill through the taunt. So Divine Favor does it. It's the same thing as silencing, kinda. So it's in the text slot of where an owl would be. Does that make sense? So, like, there's no taunt that's really mana efficient. Like, they cost no mana so that they dump their entire hand with the taunt. So, their taunt's really big, one card, hand's big, Divine Favor gets a lot of value, Divine Favor draws damage, damage kills taunt, and the face. So it's real good. It's kind of like Owl.